A winter weather advisory remains in effect for a little while longer. This morning till 11, we could see another inch, although the temperature has risen above freezing at this point, 33 degrees. A slippery but sloppy Tuesday morning, first snow of 2024. The folks at Consumers Energy, though, are mobilizing. They are expecting, with this heavy wet snow and strong winds, particularly along Lake Michigan and further to the north, they could see some downed power lines. So they're ready for that.
Let's go out to the hometown cam. Ooh, it is snowing. Are you anticipating that this stops and turns to rain, you said, at a certain hour?
The Weather Service says by 11 o'clock we could see this turn to rain, and it'll rain that afternoon and then back to snow tonight, but not a lot.
Do you think it'll stay above freezing temperatures? I have a potential road trip this evening.
It will get back to below freezing overnight tonight.
Okay, so maybe okay late afternoon, early evening, but we'll see. It certainly looks terrible out right now.
Yeah, some hazardous travel is expected this morning, but the Weather Service says a stronger storm will create accumulating snow and also produce blowing snow Friday and Saturday, resulting in hazardous travel this weekend. So this is just a warm-up.
It's hard for me to focus on anything other than Michigan winning the national championship, so I've already forgotten the weather forecast. What a night, right? I think every Michigan fan is so happy, but so exhausted because of what the insides of their body took to watch that game. It was just so stressful, but a wonderful outcome, and just I don't think it's sunk in for me yet, but it was really just, never been able to see that before in my lifetime. So just really, really glad it happened.
Well, the Wolverines are the national champions, just like they knew they would be all year long.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'd be curious to talk to some people that were actually in the stadium last night, because the crowd noise, it was a solid roar.
It was good, yeah.
Throughout the whole game.
Yeah, we had some family, as you know, down there, and they got into the stadium so early. But yeah, it looked like great fun had by all. There were a lot of people from Jackson there for sure. And it was worth probably every penny anyone spent to get there. But yeah, just what a lot of cool stories over the course of the season. And of course, you love the Harbaughs. I know you love the Harbaughs.
I do.
It was great seeing
I've had
John,
a chance
Jack, and Jackie celebrate the win with Jim. So very cool stuff.
Yeah, we've had a chance to meet all the Harbaughs, and they're really a great family. Jim's kind of the wacky.
Well, I mean, if you say that, but no, he's just a great football coach that wins national titles.
I know, but he does say some funny things.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't answer the question. He listens intently and then answers what he wants. But,
yeah. Well, you interviewed him. You know what that's like.
Yes, I do.
The first the first drive of the game, I think a lot of Michigan fans were breathing a little easy after the first quarter. It looked like it was going to be a runaway, but then throughout the second and third quarters, a lot of breath holding. Yeah. And it really wasn't until the last 5 minutes of the game that Michigan felt confident.
I was talking to a lot of friends, a lot of Michigan fans before the game, and a lot of people didn't want to watch the coverage, get too nervous before the game. I happened to glance at it, and I saw something that made me sick.
What was that?
It was Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler standing on the 50-yard line with freaking Ben, the golden retriever.
So
Kirk's dog.
Kirk brought his dog to the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a thing, like we need one more thing around. But
yeah.
I was like, okay, that's fine that Ben gets to go to the national championship game. Why is he on the 50 before the game? I just couldn't believe it. So that bothered me. So then I didn't come back to the TV until the game started. Wow. What a hassle that must have been.
Really, for all the people.
All right, hey, we got who's in charge of Herbstreit's dog during the game, I mean, give me a break. Crazy.
I'm surprised he was allowed to bring his dog to work.
Well, he is the face of college football, so he can do whatever he wants.
Apparently, it looked like John Harbaugh was in charge of the dog during the game.
He wasn't.
No?
No, he was not in charge of the dog. So, but the dog did enjoy the game, from what I can tell.
I saw the dog in the booth at the end of the
did too.
game.
Yeah, I did too. So, great news, great things. Now we are on to the Lions, which everyone in the state of Michigan, there's no split rivalry. There's, if you're a Michigan fan, you got Michigan State fans, Notre Dame fans, Ohio State fans. Most people in Michigan are Detroit Lions fan. We have some Green Bay fans,
There are some Green Bay
There
fans.
are.
The Upper Peninsula, mostly Green Bay.
There are, but I think it's going to be just a crazy Sunday night in Detroit. The Lions are favored by, I think, 3 points right now. Cheapest ticket, not as bad as you might think, $405 each. So, and that's with 2 people, so that's not a single ticket. So, under $1,000 if you and your buddy want to go to the game.
Well, it could be a great year of championships for the state of Michigan after last night, and then the Lions. And if it weren't for the Red Wings, the Pistons, and the Tigers, wow, it could be a great year.
Yeah, the Red Wings did their thing, and the Pistons. It's a tough time to be a Detroit Pistons fan, that's for sure.
Michigan set the standard for the year for the state, so
For
everyone,
life, set the standard for the rest of mankind. That's the way it should be done. Did you want to talk about the Epstein list?
I'm tired of the Epstein list. I'm tired of all of that.
Okay. Fine. We won't talk about the Epstein list. The Jackson College Sportsman's Banquet is coming up.
They've just announced
They just
that.
announced it. It's February 10th, and I'll be there. I know you will be there. Last year we won a couple guns, which was very, very cool. But it's a fundraiser to support the entire Jackson College Jets athletic program, and it's a cool fundraiser. If you haven't been, you should check this one out. It's awesome.
Yeah, and the Martin Luther King luncheon on Monday is sold out at Jackson College, but they have started a wait list. And you can visit jccmi.edu if you want to get on the wait list. The chances are you could get in. People might be dropping out. So check it out.
JTV Sports will be back at Jackson College on Friday the 26th. The big production team is going to be out for a doubleheader men's and women's game that day, so stay tuned for that. I believe they play Mott. And then tonight, the trailer and the crew are headed out to Hanover Horton Napoleon at Hanover Horton for a classic early January rivalry game. And first time out to the Hanover barn with the new 5/6 camera setup. Noah was out there yesterday mapping things out. Thanks to the staff at Hanover Horton for all their help. We're excited to be there tonight. Live coverage around 6:45 thanks to Avenue Auto, Mid-Michigan Trailer, and M&K Jetting.
Absolutely. Tiger Woods and Nike parted ways yesterday, and I think this shocked the sports world. The long partnership has come to an end, and what I thought was unusual, no one knows who instigated it. Is it Tiger or is it Nike? And really neither side is commenting, and those that follow the sport, they don't know. They
It's a conclusion, right? It's a conclusion of their partnership. 27 years. Do you think Nike got their money's worth?
Oh, they sure did.
I mean,
Yeah.
you think about every iconic shot that T. Woods has ever hit, he's wearing that right there, right? And we will see those photos forever, for the rest of
Interestingly,
history.
yeah, Nike isn't even in the golf business anymore.
Not anymore, they're not.
No.
And they had lost money year over year on the equipment side of things. And anyone who had worn their golf apparel knows that they had kind of slipped a little bit. It's just not as, other brands, higher quality. And the Nike Golf was just kind of a big box store style. So never really, it's not continuing to press. So it'll be interesting to see what Tiger wears. Do you have any ideas?
He hinted that he would be entering a new partnership.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure a very lucrative partnership. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yesterday afternoon, Metro Airport announced that they are embarking on a huge construction project that will likely delay you if you are going to the airport. Remember last year when those tunnels flooded and people couldn't get to the airport?
Yeah.
They're going to fix them. So they're starting today. They're closing lanes, and this is Dingle Drive, where the road goes under the tunnels through to McNamara Terminal.
And is this going to affect folks that are just flying Delta?
Yes,
Okay.
just the Delta people.
David, you and your Spirit Airlines are safe up there, buddy.
It likely will affect those flying out of the Evans Terminal too, because they're going to reconstruct the road all the way to 94 eventually. It is going to conclude in 2027.
Perfect.
So we're going to have 2+ years of delays. And they're already saying you're going to get delayed, leave early, starting today.
I don't
So.
like it. Although I do think the McNamara Terminal is literally the best terminal in the country.
It is a beautiful terminal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you know what they need? They need bathrooms. When you get to the terminal, there's no bathrooms until you go through the security.
Yeah, there is.
No,
I'll show you next
in the
time.
hotel. You have to go into the hotel to get to the
No.
bathroom.
What hotel?
The hotel that's connected
The
to
Westin?
Yeah.
No. There's plenty of bathrooms. I'll show you next time we're there. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're
There's even a
hidden.
bathroom right after you get through security.
After you get through security.
And before. Yeah, you just didn't go to it.
No, you can't find it.
Well, it's just on the other side of the post there.
It's hidden.
Well,
You
it's
might
there
know
because
about-
I've used it many times.
There's a secret terminal in the in the.
There's bathrooms on every level.
We flew just after Thanksgiving, and there's a secret terminal underground that they only use for big events. It's true. We couldn't believe it. It's like
What do you mean?
it's under the baggage. Under the baggage, there's a whole floor under there with a beautiful terminal, security,
How'd you get
everything.
there?
They directed us there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I've never seen it before. It was amazing. So.
I hadn't heard of this. The Chamber is inviting you to the MLK Diversity Celebration. It's this Friday. We're going to be there, right? Very
Yeah,
excited.
we'll be there.
And is the MLK Diversity Celebration, January 12th, 2024. And we'll be there, and we'll have highlights on our website as well. So stay tuned for that great event.
A couple of additional travel notes. Alaska Airlines, they are not grounding that plane that had the door fall off. The Boeing 737 MAX,
That's crazy.
they're going to
right there.
fly them anyway. This is the door that blew off at 16,000 feet, and it survived the fall and landed in a teacher's backyard.
Well, look, the NTSB has made their way out to the site, and looks like they're giving that door once over. I am very upset with this story.
Everyone should be.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you can just cover a door.
No, they shouldn't cover the door.
They shouldn't have covered the door. They should have redid the plane.
Also, the door, when it blew off, a couple of iPhones flew out the door, including this one, and it survived.
Oh, wow.
And the guy found it in the bushes, and it was unlocked, and it had the baggage receipt still on it.
Could you imagine? I can't imagine any of it. I don't even want to talk about this story
Remember when the
anymore.
phones first came out, if you dropped your phone like a foot?
Shattered.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the 15-year-old boy whose shirt got sucked off, they haven't found the shirt.
I thank God that he was wearing his seatbelt.
Yeah.
It's time for Love Living in Jackson, presented by Heather Herndon, and we've got a perfect one for today's weather. Each week, Heather reminds us why it's wonderful to live here, and this week, we want to remind you we have a better sledding hill than your town. Cascade Sledding Hill, as we receive some long-awaited snow this week. Kids can use their new Christmas sleds, if you got a new sled for Christmas, not everyone did, on the hills at Cascades Park. Whether cooling off in the summer on the splash pad or enjoying golf, the lighted falls, or fireworks, year-round fun at Cascades. Get those sleds out. Oh, there's some tubes out there in that photo. You got to be careful on those tubes as well. So yeah, it should be fun. I love
Yeah.
driving by and seeing all the kids sledding. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love the concrete curbs at the
Oh,
end.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Sometimes they're covered by snow, so it just looks like a soft mound.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Love Living Here, presented by Heather Herndon and the entire Herndon team at Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Thank you, Heather and team.
Data released this morning by Europe's top climate agency confirms 2023 was the hottest year in recorded human history. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe they will get some more air conditioning over in Europe.
No, it's the whole world.
I know, but you
Yeah.
said Europe, so I kind of stuck to that. The Jackson YMCA, they have 0 join fees now through the end of January. They have a lot going on. Brandon and I were yesterday. Their temporary entrance is on Franklin Street. You can still park in the parking lot. You just need to walk around to Franklin Street by where you see the picnic tables. It's very, very easy. And there's kind of a nice little buzz over at the Y. It's cool. You see a lot of things going on. Everyone's on site. But shout out to the staff. Talked to Shauna. They were there 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 this morning, and really working hard for their members. So take advantage of that 0 join fee now through the end of the month. And key fobs are half off for the Summit Branch 24/7. So if you want to sign up, get a key fob for that, those are half off right now.
Yeah, and there's also another discount, I think $100 off the membership
Yeah.
for the year. So
Yeah.
take advantage of that. I thought you might be late today. I thought you were going to go over to Dick's in Ann Arbor and buy some Michigan Champion apparel.
I know, I didn't, but I did get, the MDen sent out some things last night.
Yeah, they did.
and
They wasted no time.
They wasted no time. Your other son, he ordered a national championship hoodie with the Jordan logo on it, and that should be here soon. So no, I haven't done any of that yet. I'm just so happy with the win. I don't need to go out and get a T-shirt whatsoever. Our show today brought to you by Fortress Coffee. Each morning we are enjoying lovely Fortress Coffee. They're located right across the street at the Lean Rocket Lab or at the Henry Ford Jackson Hospital. And if you're not having coffee in our green room while you wait, you're having wonderful Tri-County water each day on the morning show and Bart Hawley Show. Water provided by Tri-County Water. Thanks to Dan and Lindsay Watts and their entire team.
This caught my eye on the police blotter this morning. Officers responded to Warwick Court for a domestic dispute. Several family members showed up at the scene, and police arrested a 62-year-old female, a 60-year-old female, and a 31-year-old female, all for driving while intoxicated.
Where'd you say this was at?
They jumped in the car. They heard, oh, we have a family member who's the police are dealing with. They all jumped in 3 different cars, drove to the scene. They were all drunk, and all 3 got arrested.
What was the street?
Warwick Court.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you guys parcel that up there? We'll get that pulled in. Check that out. It's time now for our Extreme Dodge scoreboard, brought to you by our friends over at Extreme. Let's check it out. We're going to have some new news in the scoreboard stuff soon. You watch.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
The moral of the story is don't drive to the police drunk.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that address, though. I feel like that's familiar, Brandon. I feel like we might know someone who lives over there. Boys basketball, Burr Oak took care of Jackson Christian, no problem. And then girls basketball, Jonesville over East Jackson, Hanover over Manchester, Michigan Center over Homer, Columbia Central over Napoleon, and Grass Lake over Addison. Pretty much all blowouts on the girls' side. Some of those games were moved up to accommodate for us middle-aged men to get home and watch the Michigan game. So that was cool for some of those teams. Bowling, Homer 21, Michigan Center 9. And on the girls' side, Homer 17, Michigan Center 13. Here's what's coming up on deck for today. We'll have any cancellations for you on our website or social media, but none in thus far. Full slate of boys basketball game. The live game on JTV, Napoleon at Hanover Horton. Coverage starts around 6:45. Tune in for that live. We'll also replay that game at 10 o'clock tonight. Jackson's on the road at Waverly. Lumen Christi hosts Green Hills. And Western and Northwest on the road in the I-8. Here's coming up girls basketball tonight. Lumen Christi at Marshall, Coldwater at Northwest, Springport at Maple Valley, Hastings at Western, and there's your bowling coming up today. Got 3:30 matches, and that's all coming up on deck. Thank you.
Sounds like you
Thanks to Jeff Steers, Noah Baker, David Rice, and the team.
Sounds like you might need to take a nap today.
Really?
You sound really tired.
Do I?
Yeah,
I am tired.
yeah.
Do you want me to, should I leave?
Just get your keep your head in the game.
Keep my head in the game.
Who's on the show today?
We have a wonderful show. We have Katie Gigliotti and Nick Van Acker from Kids and Stuff Children's Museum in Albion, and they will join us right after this break.